You know AI agents are important. You want to move from just using AI as Google, to getting it to do stuff for you. But what do you get it to do? And how do you make sure that the workflow is right for AI? I've been getting so many of these good questions like, okay, I've got this big thing I wanted to do. It can't quite execute it. How do I break it down? Or it's my work. I don't know how much of it can actually help me with. Where do I even start? So I'm going to share with you a video that I actually share with my cohort students on how to find what kind of workflows to get it to build. You're going to answer 3 questions, and that's going to help you actually find the workflow that has value for you and AI agents will be able to help you with. Here we go. Here is the fun part. Okay, what are we going to get Claude Code to do for us? I mean, it can do lots of things. It can build apps, it can create dashboards, it can automate a bunch of workflows. Like anything you can think of, it can probably do some version of that. But I would argue that how you choose your workflow is actually going to be really important, because if you start it with things that people do, like a morning brief of, what's in my email and things like that, yeah, might be a really high leverage workflow for you. But for most people, it's kind of nice to have, but this is not the thing that's going to change my life. If, someone sent me a morning brief, don't make up things that you think you might like to have, but focus on the things that actually move the needle for you. Okay. And I have 3 questions that really help me find the higher leverage workflows and things that I want to do with Claude Code. Number 1 is, what are you avoiding? Oh my goodness. This helped me really unlock something meaningful. So whenever you have something that you know you should do, but you're procrastinating, but you're pushing it back, you're thinking about, maybe I should hire someone for this, it's because there's some tasks in there that's complicated, that takes a lot of energy and effort and focus, and maybe you need to know how to do them. So that's a great place to get Claude Code to start for you, because once the project has started and you got over the first hurdle, it's a lot easier to do rest of the steps, right? So we just need Claude Code to unlock us where we are stuck. Okay, so that's one of the places. For example, for me, for the longest time, it was the newsletter that I was avoiding making more systematic and spending more time writing the things I want to write. At one point, I had someone who did the newsletter for me, so I would give them an idea. They would write it, they come back, I edit everything, and it created so much friction that the things I put out I was not happy with most of the time. But then I also thought, I've got all these other things to do, so it's better that it's happening than not, And every single time I think about the newsletter, it created a knot in my heart. Okay, so with Claude Code, that's the first place I started. I want to send out emails that are enjoyable to write, that express ideas that I love, and, it's a channel for me to talk to people on my list. So I spent a lot of time setting this up, but it was so worth it. It wasn't, I spent 5 minutes and then it created the morning brief. I never looked at that morning brief again. I don't want people to send me that morning brief, because that's not quite what I need. But with the newsletter, because I was pushing it back so much, once I had things set up, it improved my quality of life. So I would recommend choosing something like that. The second question that might be helpful is, what would you hire for? So if you already have a lot of workflows, if you ever felt like, if I only had an intern, an assistant, a teammate who can do this, because I know exactly how this is going to work, I can help onboard them, then you can help onboard Claude Code to do this for you. And then the next thing is, what gets you closer to the North Star? So your goal that you put in Claude.md, let's do things that get you there instead of the nice to have things. Unless those things are actually what's going to make you happier, going to get you the goal that you want. Again, it comes back to, why play with this powerful tool to do something that you can have or not have in your life, versus focusing on the thing that will move you forward, right? Because in the end, productivity is not just doing things faster. I have to say this 1,000 times. Yes, you can do everything faster now, but why would you do them faster if you don't need them to actually help you, right? So let's pick the thing that will unlock something in you. I'll talk about this in the helpful friction as well, is when you pick something like that, there's going to be more difficulty because you're going to probably have a higher standard for this. It's probably going to be a more complex task. It probably won't just spin up in 1 minute, but in the long term is actually worth it. Spending that time getting clear on exactly where you're blocked, why are you procrastinating, what are you actually trying to put off. Through that process, not only are you going to set up that workflow or build that app or whatever that is, but also understand for yourself what kind of help you need. Because once you understand that, you can then build agents that do the things that you don't like to do, right? Fill the weakness that you have, and you can be more specific. Everything that we've talked about until now is being specific, right? About the Claude.md files you have, the workflows in skills that are very specific, and you improve it over time with things that are very specific to your workflow. So that process is so worth it. I mean, if you just want to see how this thing works, yes, you can definitely choose a smaller task that's very easy to automate just to see how things work. But I would say if you are serious about setting up agent systems to work for you, then pick something that moves your North Star, that have hopefully a playbook that you already have, and also help you do something that you're avoiding. Yeah, so have that ready. In the live sessions, we're going to build on that. The technology is new. There's plenty to keep up with. But at the same time, it's always you, the person who's thinking, that is in the driver's seat, right? Whether it's, this is the direction that I want my life to go, and it's not going that way. Where is the problem, right? Identify it and then say, okay, what are some of the workflows that I can do, or AI can do, or a combination of us can do in order to fix it, right? That's just basic problem solving. So this is not outsourcing your ideas or, your thinking to AI. Rather, it's making you look at the problems, and specifically in your own life, so that you can get AI agents, which is $20 a month, to dedicate their entire life, their intelligence, their resources to solving your problem. I think this is really underestimated. If you're not doing that right now, highly encourage, at least identify, by using the 3 questions to figure out what are the problems in my life that need solving, and can I use AI agents to help me at least solve parts of it, if not the whole thing. So let me know what are the things that you found out answering those 3 questions. And if you want to do this together, I'm running a cohort, so you can check out the link down below. And just know that, yes, there's a lot going on, but this is the first moment where we can get, I think for a limited time, really cheap resources that are very smart and continuously improving to help us really face the things that were difficult to resolve without us having more time, more resources. So let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video.